If there's one letter in the alphabet that's certain to raise the pulse, then it's this one. M.
It stands for motorsport, and BMW only use it when they think they've come up with something a bit special. There's one small detail that makes me think they're particularly pleased with this new M6, and that it's the first time since the original 80s M car that they've used the M badge on the front, as well as the rear.
Let's start at the beginning. The 6 Series is BMW's big GT, a car for crossing continents. You can also get a 6 Series Grand Coupe, a brand new 4-door version for crossing continents with your mates. But the M6, a minty £99,000 here in cabriolet form, is a car for crossing continents in a hurry.
You fighter, she was about to give me a little nip then.
Remove its namby-pamby 155 miles an hour limiter, and I have no doubt it will knock on 200 miles an hour.
It's a bit naughty.
Gone is the charismatic 5-litre V10 to be replaced by, as is the way in these carbon-conscious days, something smaller. Now it's got a V8 with not one but 2 turbos, exactly the same engine used in its tyre-smoking saloon sister, the M5.
Now, when Vicky tested the M5, she didn't like this new twin-turbo V8. She much preferred the normally aspirated V10.
Here, the 4.4-litre V8 sounds a bit dull.
I think I'm going to disagree with her. I like it. I like the noise. I like its urgency. It's got fantastic torque. I mean, it's massively more torquey. 153 pound-foot more, which is, I mean, huge.
Those turbochargers also mean the smaller engine is 10% more powerful than the old M6. It's got 560 horsepower, which is Ferrari 458 territory. It's a fabulous power unit.
It's got a really unusual note for a V8. I mean, listen. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like a V8. It bloody pulls like one, let me tell you.
If you're into barroom bragging, then the M6 isn't going to let you down. Launch control helps it achieve a very impressive 0 to 62 time.
I think I'm ready. Are you?
In case you weren't counting, that took 4.3 seconds.
That's not too shabby for a big 4-seater. And in fact, had I been in the coupe version, I would have been 1/10 of a second quicker, because obviously that hasn't got all this mechanics for this convertible roof.
The cabin only cares about one person, the driver. All the controls point to the pilot seat. But wrapping everything in full merino leather costs 5,600 quid. The latest version of iDrive and the plethora of setup options it lets you control is thankfully free. It may be a 2-ton lump, but it never feels like it.
Hello? Hello? I think we're going to eat some tyres up today. Let's have a little flick in the fast corner to see what it's like. It's got 2 sides to it, so nice and smooth. We've got a bit of understeer there. Bit of understeer. Kind of into the mid part of the corner. But then if you, if you're just a little bit more aggressive with it on turn in, the moment you commit the car to the corner, like this, whoops, round she comes. So you can actually make it, do whatever you want, actually. A little bit of power. But the departure, the way it snaps away, is quite severe.
With cars this good, you really have to split hairs. And with the M6, I just wish it didn't have this tendency to run wide in certain high-speed corners.
There's the understeer, look. You hear it? Come on, fighter. You're in a pokey, high-powered rear-wheel drive car. If you go into a corner with understeer, the only way to come out of that understeer is either to go slower, which we don't want to do, or to get on the loud pedal. And then what tends to happen is you get a big transition from understeer into oversteer, and that can be quite snappy. Whereas if you had more front grip into the mid part of the corner, the transition to oversteer would be less severe and more manageable, actually more enjoyable. I mean, I'm being hypercritical. You know, this is a great driver's car. It's really good fun. It is oh so tempting to just tooling around. Like that.